The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing: Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People, based upon a real-life relationship, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon. Do read it. I'm sure you'll love it. It's www.miamosinzia.com and www.amazon.com/Mia
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, check out the latest novel by a well-known award-winning author, Mia Mosinzia, of No Time for Love, called Missing: An Extraordinary Relationship Between Two Ordinary People, based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and the ones you love will be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com and heard on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Amazon, Audible. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Also heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalayan, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with a wonderful gentleman who loves the taste and smell of coffee so much, he took it for his first sip at 5 years old. However, his father couldn't tolerate it because it upset his stomach. And of course, with his dad being a biochemist, they decided one day at 14 years old to design a coffee where it's acid-free, that's actually healthy to drink, and also designed a very, very special process which figures how to roast a bean perfectly. And for you coffee lovers out there, I'm sure you're salivating by now as well. And live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in beautiful sunny Arizona, ladies and gentlemen, the terrific owner of Tyler's Coffee, and line up to have a cup of Java, it's Tyler Ornstein. Tyler, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, Mike. Wow. So you've had your coffee today.
Yeah, and I'm having more, too, because I've got great guests like you, and I'm looking forward to what you got with Tyler's Coffee. So, I mean, you've got something that's very unique and very amazing. And, of course, you love coffee just like many of us. And 5 years old, you took your first sip. Is that right?
Hmm. Yeah, I did. So my father and I, we kind of bond over coffee, and one day he just wasn't, he drank coffee and he got really bad, like, heartburn, so he went to the doctor to figure out what was going on, and luckily it wasn't his heart, but it was his stomach, and his doctor said, hey, you have ulcers, you can't drink coffee anymore, and he said, well I like drinking coffee, it's my thing, and I'm a, chemist, and I like coffee, and so you can't tell me what I can do. So he actually developed a process that doesn't bloom the tannic lipid acids. He found out that tannic lipid acids is what really wreak havoc on the GI tract. So come to find out, our coffee is, the only coffee out there that doesn't give you heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, smooth, and a bitter bite.
Mm-hmm. And of course too that myself, it's like having 5 years old is like milk, soda, water, anything. But I actually didn't really get involved with coffee when I got into college. And my story was that my mom wanted me to try some vanilla coffee after coming home. Next thing you know, put in regular coffee, and next thing you know what, I got hooked. Thank you, Mom.
It's caffeine's the biggest legal drug in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no question about that.
Mm-hmm. And what was the response of all the people when they found out, the company started at 14, and especially with the roasting process you can tell us about?
Well, we use a Z-roasting process that doesn't bloom the tannic lipid acids found in the roasting. And it's a proprietary process, but it's a air process. And we use extremely hot air to roast the coffee individually without any compromise, because we have a computer processor that's actually monitoring every step of the way. So the human air is not involved in the roasting, therefore it's allowing a 98% batch-to-batch consistency.
Mm-hmm. As something as well, too. And why is your coffee so different?
Again, it does not bloom the tannic lipid acid. So coffee that has tannin lipid acid is coffee that's going to give you GI issues because it's an inflammatory. And by blooming the tannic lipid acids in the inflammatory process of roasting, your body's actually going to see it as a negative issue. Because remember, your body's job is to stay at a neutral pH. So there's a lot of people out there that use alkaline diet, and it's really important that you listeners listen to this, because there's an 80% chance of harboring cancer cells. And that was a study done by, don't take my word for it. Do your own due diligence. But if you have an acidic body, you have an 80% chance of harboring cancer cells, because cancer thrives in an acidic environment.
Mm-hmm.
And so cancer is an inflammatory, and so if you can reduce the inflammatory, you can reduce the issues. Now, we have people that have Crohn's, we have people that have IC, interstitial cystitis, we have people that have leaky gut, OAB, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Crohn's and Colitis Foundation North America did a study in 2016 and found 50 million Americans suffered from stomach-related issues.
Wow.
That study was done in 2016, so you can really see that it's not gone away. It probably has increased by about 20 to 30%, is what our, quote unquote, feelers out there are. That's a big amount of people that can't drink coffee anymore because of the issue.
Mm-hmm. And of course, with your coffee as well, too, do you think that will also decrease some of the acid, or will it decrease like the tooth decay or anything like that? Would it actually decrease that?
We had a Dr. D. DiTrolio, that was a board-certified urologist and also an ambassador to urology in North America, and also sat on the board of St. Barbados Medical Center. He did a study of a blind test, and that test was done, I think, like 8 people, and 4 of them were normal coffee drinkers, 4 of them were Tyler coffee drinkers. At the end of the study, 4 people, 100% of the blind test, said that this coffee was a coffee that didn't give them heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and they could tolerate it. And these were all people that had urology issues.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And of course, We talked about mainly about the health benefits, and we'll talk more about Tyler's Coffee in just a minute. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, check out the latest novel by well-known award-winning author Mian Motion Zia of No Time for Love called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between two ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion, and the ones you love will be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com and over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchorfm, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Amazon, Audible, coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, and heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalayan, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with the wonderful CEO and entrepreneur and founder of Tyler's Coffee, Tyler Ornstein, here on The Mike Wagner Show. And there was one thing I was going to, double check with you on. And you talked about your dad having issues having coffee. What was that one moment that precisely influenced you into developing a coffee that just pretty much, acid free and everything, just practically changed it forever?
I'm sorry.
No.
You're a fast talker. So what was the question?
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm full of coffee here, so I like to have yours in a minute here. What was that one precise moment that influenced you into making the coffee today? I mean, what was that one precise moment that says I'm going to do something about it?
So when I was 14 years old, I would go door to door on a bicycle, and I would hand out 2-ounce perk packs. And all I would ask for was a name and number. And I would call back these people. And, you have to remember, this is 2004 when Starbucks was the biggest thing since sliced bread. And people were like, yeah, it was good coffee. Yeah, it was good coffee. And, it took someone that had a stomach-related issue that couldn't drink coffee anymore that actually, pretty much told me that my market is this, not that. We'll never be normal coffee. We never want to be normal coffee. We're in differentiation of normal coffee. It's a $1.6 trillion industry. It's one of the biggest industries. It is the biggest commodity, second to petroleum products.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll never forget this very sweet lady. I called her, and she said, hey, you know what? That was really, really good coffee. Where do I get it? And I was like, for me. And she's like, okay. How much is it? $1. Okay, bring me $10. And what that did is that took my company from conception to conceiving. And what every business needs to understand is that it's a child. It's conception, conceiving, infancy, adolescence, adulthood. And, you can look at the Amazon and the Apple and the Tesla as adulthood. They're multi-billion-dollar multinational conglomerate. And so every company has its stages of success and its stages of growth. And so that was the light bulb moment of, okay, we can take this product out of conceptualization and more into infancy. And in this infancy, we can start building on it. And so in 2006, I built the first website that we had. And we also were, I think, second in subscription on coffee in the country. Don't quote me on that, but I know Javalia beat us to it, but we were close second. And the reason why I say that is because I looked far and wide to find a subscription platform. And at the end of it all, I had to hire a programmer to build out the algorithm. Now, with thanks to Shopify and your commercial, there's all these website developers out there that build custom-made websites template websites, and they all have subscription models in them. And it's amazing how the industry has really evolved. I mean, you can see a lot of success from people frustrated and just saying, I'm going to do it myself. And that's what Tyler's Coffee came out of. I'm going to do it myself. I could build a better mousetrap and we did. I wish I was involved in all of the tech companies that started up and are now in the multi-billions, but unfortunately, you gotta stick with something, right?
Mm-hmm. And stick what you do best, and also having a cause as well, too, like what happened with your dad and, coffee lovers, potential preventing it because it causes stomach issues. And I think you have acid free is just simply amazing. And, besides your regular coffee, what are some of the choices that you have besides regular? Do you offer like light roast, medium roast, dark roast, any flavor coffees, decaf, and how many lines of coffee that you offer, like brands or flavors, or I'm trying to think of the word. It's like assortments. I mean, how many do you have right now, and what are they?
So we decided to make it simple. And we have regular and decaf, and we have holding and ground, and we also have K-Cups. Now, the regular is like Coca-Cola. You don't mess with something that's perfect. Mm-hmm. New Coke came out in the 80s and lost market share to the point where they almost lost their company. When we make a product, we don't make a coffee. We make, essentially a medical-based product that is coffee. So anyone that's listening out there and goes, oh, we said it's medical, so that's, chemicals. No. It's coffee. But because we have the purest of purest, single USD organic, our roasting, we gathered the best flavor profile in the coffee industry. We have a 95% retention rate on our customer base. Almost 100.
Wow.
We have, our online business is phenomenally successful, but our Amazon business destroys our online business, and then our brick and mortar, does bigger than that. But the long story short is we have a 95% retention rate on a customer. And also, if you go look on, any social media and type in Tyler's Coffees, you'll see the value of Tyler's Coffees. Everyone loves it. We don't have any bad press.
Mm-hmm. And of course, I see that each bean is roasted individually to perfection on my website right now. And of course, speaking of coffee beans, we get the best coffee and everything. And where do you get your coffee beans at, and from what countries?
Chiapas, Mexico. If you're on the website, go to reviews, and you'll see just pages and pages and pages and pages of customers.
Okay. I'm on that right now. There is just too much to list, and I gotta say that too. Wow, that is just amazing. And of course, especially during the pandemic, and we talked about this before the show. And how has a pandemic had an effect on your business?
Well, I don't want to say that it was good, because that's a very bad thing to say, because a lot of people lost a lot of things in 2020, and they lost their businesses. As a, brick and mortar company, you really struggle, but we are not. We're an online based company, and so we succeeded immensely this year, and we broke sales records that we wouldn't even expect. But it's very sad, and I hope that we can get over this as fast as possible and never ever think about coronavirus or pandemics ever again. But no, it's been good. We don't have a physical coffee shop. We sell to grocery stores, which haven't been watching the news lately. Grocery stores are like an all-time high of business growth. Mm-hmm. So business is good for us, but unfortunately for the rest of the country, it's very, very sad. And I just got off the phone with one of my customers, retail customers, not a wholesale customer, and they had to close down their business because COVID out in California. They did wine tours, and they couldn't stay afloat. Mm-hmm. It's very sad.
Yeah, we completely understand, of course, being online. But other than that, where can we find your Tyler's Coffee at?
You can find it on Amazon, you can find it on Walmart, you can find it on eBay, you can find it on Jet, you can find it on Wish, you can find it on American Bariatric, bariatricpal.com, tylerscoffees.com. I can't remember all this off the top of my head. We're available in natural grocery. So if you go to our website, tylerscoffees.com, you can click on Store Locator, and that Store Locator will show you where we are in brick and mortar in your local area.
Okay, well, that sounds very good. We'll check that out in just a minute. And what's coming up for Tyler's Coffee in 2021, we'll find out in just a minute. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, you can also check out as well, the latest novel by well-known award-winning author Mia Motion Z of No Time for Love, called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between two ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion, and the ones you love will be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com and over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchorfm, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Amazon, Audible, and coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with Tyler Ornstein of Tyler's Coffee here on the Mike Wagner Show, and you can also go to tylerscoffees.com as well too. And you got some interesting things before we talk about what's coming up in 2021 and beyond. And just a couple of interesting things: why you should have high antioxidants in your coffee, and perhaps why you should consider drinking acid-free coffee, and how do you make that perfect cup of coffee? Let's find out from Mr. Tyler.
It's true. Antioxidants are very high in coffee, and antioxidants will kill free radicals. So, when you drink coffee, there is positive benefits. Now, there's also negative benefits, but we take all the negative benefits out. So we knew that you can't change someone's habit styles, right? That just doesn't fly. But what you can do is you can replace something with something. So if someone's drinking bad coffee, you replace it with good coffee. If someone's smoking, you replace it with vaping, which is not really that much better. But technically for other people around, it's better. There's an interesting dialogue in business of how do you make money? Well, the way that I found that you make money the fastest and the easiest way is to help people. Mm-hmm. So if you have a product that can make someone feel or act in a better way than they feel or act right now, you probably can monetize that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And of course, it's just amazing what you do. And what can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond, Tyler?
Well, hopefully same as the last 15 years. We don't have any, problem right now. We're not really coming out with anything unique or different. We're pretty, I like to say that, we've created a unique product and we're the only one in the industry. And so why break something that's not broken? Don't fix if it ain't broke. But we've had talks of instant. We don't know if that's going to become a function this year, but possible. Or next year, I mean. We want growth. And so we're looking at getting into Sprouts next year, Whole Foods next year. We were supposed to have these buyer meetings this year, but traveling to have buyer meetings, but COVID really put a damper on all travel. So, it's just what it is,
Mm-hmm. And what are some of the words of wisdom you can offer to next generation of young entrepreneurs from a person like you starting at 14?
So my best advice for an entrepreneur is for someone that really wants to do something, test market everything. So don't quit your day job. But when you I started at 14, so this was but when you get to a point where you think that you can expand out and do your own thing, there's a lot of people out there that think that they have a good idea and it's a horrible idea.
Mm-hmm.
And their ego takes over their logic. And when ego takes over logic, that's when you make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make monetary mistakes that will not be forgiven, and you will go into debt. And I assure you, no one will cry for you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to be successful, the only way you can do it is putting your time and effort and energy into something. I use this analogy a lot. So you asked the question, so I'll bring up the analogy. No one is going to sell turtle shoes. Okay?
Right.
No one wants turtle shoes. Turtles don't want the shoes. People that have turtles don't want to put turtle shoes on the turtle. The turtle already has calloused feet and it doesn't want shoes on it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is a perfect example of a product that people don't want anymore.
Uh-huh.
Not anymore, ever. So if you're going to spend your time, energy, effort into try to sell turtle shoes, you're going to fail immensely and you're going to fall flat on your face. Now, there's people out there that say, oh, get an Amazon account, go to Alibaba, go to, Light in the Box, pull stuff off, put it on Amazon, drop ship it. And they've been semi-successful at it. I don't know if it's a longevity thing. I mean, you're making a quick buck. But the people that I've seen that have made substantial wealth and have made long-term wealth are people that create a better mousetrap or help people. What I mean by that is Apple was so successful because they hired back Steve Jobs, who changed the whole entire PC industry. And, Microsoft was just that cheap computer that you could buy for $500, whereas the Apple was $1,500, but it ran like a Swiss watch.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a lot to unpack with that question, but I would say take everything with a grain of salt. And if you start making a little money, that doesn't mean that you should quit your job. That means that you should try to reinvest and see if it makes a little bit more money. And then it makes a little bit more money. And then at some point you go, okay, this is making money and let's do it. Now, side-wise, on the opposite side of the coin, you've got people that, will pour millions of dollars into a project that is not making money, and they go bankrupt, and they take another mortgage on their house because they think that this idea is going to work. What a shame.
Mm-hmm.
What a shame.
Mm-hmm. And that is a shame as well too. And of course, I'm sure a lot of people can learn from you as well too. And of course, you have an amazing story. And of course, it helps to have your coffee. And once again, where can we find your Tyler's Coffee at?
So the website's tylerscoffees.com. But you can find it. You can Google it. We're the world's first and only acid-free coffee. Amazon, eBay, Wish. Jet, Walmart.com. I mean, we're everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And of course, we're here with Tyler Ornstein at Tyler's Coffee here on the Mike Wagner Show. Tyler, very big thank you for your time. I learned a lot from you. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon in 2021. And just a couple of things. And besides what can we expect in 2021, who do you consider your biggest influence in your career, Tyler?
That's a good question. I've got a lot of people that I look up to. Some are dead, like Steve Jobs, amazing man. Napoleon Hill, Dale Carnegie, be amazing. Those guys were amazing. I also look up to new ones, like, Elon. He's a little strange, but, I also think he's from a different planet. So, the man's beyond brilliant. There's a lot, even though Bezos is really, really, really bad person, he's a great businessman. And so I respect that about him. Unfortunately, you do find bad personal people in business, and business is a dirty word, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
But I look up to a lot of people. I know my local, business owners that are multimillionaires. We used to do good nights once a month, but because of COVID, we stopped that. But I know lenders that are millionaires that I look up to. I don't really have a single mentor that I can say that's the guy, but I do believe that you are who you surround yourself with.
Mm-hmm.
So if you surround yourself with successful people, there's a high chance of being successful. If you surround yourself with the guy that, only cares about going to a dead-end job, coming home, playing Xbox, living under his parents' roof, just being a pothead, then chances are you're not going to have any success. Mm-hmm. So you gotta. There's this weird connotation in business, quote unquote, money. Money is the root of all evil. I don't believe that. I believe money is freedom, and the more you have it, the more freedom you have. But I will say that when people make a lot of money, there's a lot of jealousy that's involved. And so in order for other people to not take you down with their jealousy, you have to leave them behind. And that's why people have a sour taste in their mouth of, oh, yeah, he's a rich kid, so, we can't hang around him because he's just above us. I am. I worked my ass off. I'm flying first class, and, I got nice things. So I don't, the people that, quote unquote, bring down, don't hang around.
Mm-hmm. And that's a very good point too. And you're really doing a good job. I have to say, Tyler, doing a very good job. And if you want to straighten up those bad people, give them your coffee. Maybe I'll straighten them up. What do you think?
I love it.
And especially Jeff Bezos. It's like, maybe he'll give you $1 trillion and say, come join me. It's like, yeah, want my coffee? Give me $1 trillion, Jeff, right now.
Yeah.
And
he's wealthy.
And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point? Not just entrepreneurs, but anybody.
I would say this. If you're going to put your mind to it, make sure that it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's a very good point. Once again, Tyler Ornstein of Tyler's Coffee here on the Mike Wagner Show. Tyler, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And before we go, once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase your coffee?
tylerscoffee.com. You can purchase it there. You can purchase it on Amazon, eBay, Wish, Walmart. You can go to our website and you can see where we're located in brick and mortar. We're in Natural Grocers, Hy-Vee grocery stores, Timbertons, Jimbo's. To be honest with you, the list is always growing and changing, so I can't remember off the top of my head. But we've got distributors that distribute to places we don't even know where it goes. So, but yeah,
it's okay. We can find you everywhere, and thank God for Google. Once again, Tyler, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely great. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. Don't forget to keep in touch, and I can have some coffee right now, and let's meet up again and enjoy some coffee together.
I love it.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, Custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, this is Mia Mohsen Zia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing: Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People Based Upon a Real-Life Relationship, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon. Do read it. I'm sure you'll love it. It's www.miamohsenzia.com and www.amazon.com/Mia
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.